Welcome to Monday Metal. On today's edition, we've got Dream Warriors demo by Dokken featuring Jeff Pilson on vocals. What's happening, ladies and gentlemen, and all between? Fred, my brother, how are you?
I'm good, Vince. And you, sir?
Pretty good, metalhead Fred.
That's what it says there.
Absolutely.
If it says it there, it's got to be true.
Yeah. So Dokken has always been one of my favorite bands. We're actually going to do on the record under lock and key eventually. And Jeff Pilson, if you'd like to come on and go over that whole album, we'd love to have you, because you're one of my favorite musicians. You never let down. You're always working. You have so much, you're in like 10 different bands, and Jeff can really sing his ass off. And they're working on a new album with Garish for the End Machine. So I don't know if you know Garish and the Chronicles. This guy can sing like no tomorrow. So they're recording some stuff with him, so I can't wait to hear that stuff. Anyway, so let's get to Monday Metal with Dokken. Now, back in the day when they used to do demos, a lot of times the band would work separate from, maybe there was a couple writing teams, but, like Lynch and Pilson would work separately from Don at times, and they'd bring in material. Okay, so this is Dream Warriors, the huge hit Dokken song. It's going to sound a little different, but you can see why, Jeff's vocals, just enhance Don's, So here we go. Already it's a longer beginning, so they cut that down a bit when they went into do the proper version.
Perfect eerie beginning for this song.
Oh, this is scary.
Vince, this is one of those intros, but you're always looking behind your back, right?
Yeah.
Something's coming. Someone's coming behind me, because it's such a great sinister beginning for it.
Oh, totally.
Everybody knows what this song and this movie was about. So
yeah, and
setup.
The special effects company that I worked for did all the Nightmare on Elm Street videos, so I actually had Freddy's glove on my desk. So if you notice, it's not as fast. It's a little bit slower with the guitar riff, and they are playing it in a little bit of a different key, I believe. So a lot of the songs already there, man. Like a lot of times when people do demos now, just release the song. You've already done it. You know what I mean? But you can tell, how close, Jeff Pilson is with his vocals to Don's range,
Yeah, that's some great kick-ass harmonies right there.
Oh, absolutely.
And do you maybe because it's a demo where he sounds more like he's in a can or an alley or something?
Well, they're probably only room micing the drums, so every drum have a mic on it. Back then they were doing this probably on a 4-track.
Yeah, it definitely gives it a different sound, more distant vocally.
Oh, for sure. I mean, you could put the two vocals together when they're doing the slower stuff, and you may not know who's Jeff and who's Don. I mean, that's how close that they match.
Yeah, they really are.
So part of Don's vocal legacy has a lot to do with Jeff. You know what I mean? And I think they changed "Danger Zone" in the lyric. I could be wrong, but yeah, there's a little bit of differences here and there. So totally different solo from George Lynch.
Still unmistakably Lynch, though.
No
Still
doubt.
Unmistakably Lynch. Yeah, you're right. It did have a different feel, a different sound, but you could still feel that George Lynch moniker there.
Oh, absolutely. Nice. And I also think there's a little bit of political singing going on there as far as in-band politics, that when he went to Don's signature parts, like they've worked together knowing enough that, you lay down at certain parts, when the rest of the band was doing the chorus and everything else, it was just like almost the recording, but he left a little bit of room for Don to, be Don. And Don was one of my favorite singers, in the 80s and 90s for sure.
Well, I always like asking the question is, who would you put on your Mount Rushmore of metal and hard rock singers? And Don Dokken's one of those guys that you could always say, I could put him on there. I could easily put him up there. He was that good.
Yeah.
And he had those 3 or 4 albums that were just outstanding.
Right.
Under Lock and Key, Tooth and Nail, just some amazing albums. And I think the two things they were. I mean, George Lynch, how can you ask for a better combination of those vocals? Lynch, Pilson was an outstanding bass player. I think the two things I remember the most that comes from this album is number one is the video with the band in there and how they just like appear and Freddie's looking at him and going, who's that? And to me, a lot of friends I know, this was their introduction to Dokken.
Yeah.
They would go, wow, that song is awesome. Who's this band? And I go, check out their catalog. They got 3 or 4 albums out. And I think this really brought Dokken to the mainstream.
For
people
sure.
Realize what a kick-ass band they are.
For sure. Because at the time, Freddy Krueger was the biggest thing ever, in horror. And he was not only was he just a horror, he was an icon. Like he transcended film. So to get that, was pretty important. And, and unfortunately, the band started to break down a little bit after that and member changes. And so, things happen. But,
always.
Jeff's been a member of Foreigner for 18 years, I believe, maybe longer. And, they're wrapping up, Foreigner's final tour right now. Dokken just released a new album. So a song came out the other day. And, Lynch is playing like crazy, recording 4 or 5 albums a year, probably more. And, Mick Brown enjoying retirement,
Yeah, and Lynch just did an album with Michael Sweet from Stryper.
Yeah.
Called Sweet Lynch, which is just typical.
Yeah, and
great vocals, great guitar.
Third album. I really like that pairing a lot.
I do too. You can't beat Michael Sweet's vocals.
No.
Another guy you could throw up on Mount Rushmore.
Oh, totally. Yeah. Absolutely. So anyway,
I do believe Dokken is touring again. I think they're going to be at the Piazza in Aurora later this month or next month, if you want to go out and catch them.
Oh, all right.
Yeah, they're with the Bullet Boys. I'm pretty sure if you're interested, check out the Piazza and Aurora's website.
Yeah, okay, so Lynch Mob's not playing with them?
No, this time it's the Bullet Boys.
Gotcha. All right, yeah, actually one of my friends filled in on bass back in the day because the bass player got sick and they had a show in Chicago and they called him up and he went in and did the gig.
All right, pull him out of the bullpen. Nice.
Right, but
you need the bass player. Get him out here.
Right, exactly. So that's Monday Metal, and that's Dream Warriors demo with Jeff Pilson on vocals doing the Dokken classic yet again. So so go buy some local music, go see local music, but most of all, keep it metal. Fred,
keep it heavy,
man. We'll see you next time.
Always, Vince. Take care, buddy.
On Monday Metal.